Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading on somebody who's feeling really anxious. I feel like this is somebody who's anxious specifically about you. Maybe you've ghosted them or you've gone silent. There's something here that they find a little bit unpredictable about you. All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime pen. It's so small. All right. I also added some new lights. I hope you guys enjoy that. I can actually change the color to like green or red whenever I feel like it, but blue is calming, so I figured we'd go with that. All right, we're going to start off with the energy oracle and see what the underlying energy is. Although I do know it has something to do with, like, we're probably going to see the Nine of Swords at some point because somebody seems to be kind of freaking out because I think because they couldn't stop you. Yeah. So this is a reading for somebody that has been able to, persist despite a lot of people that wanted to get in your way or put obstacles in your way. You are still committed to doing what you know you're supposed to do. I love this card. It's so like magical. There's something here about you being a light for other people. Look at how in the midst of all of that darkness, there's like a glow, right? There's something here about you being able to either light the way for other people or you help people tap into like the better side of themselves. Oh, hi, welcome, R. Woods. Thank you so much. That means a ton. Hopefully, that's you right there. All right, let's see what we've got. I think it feels like with Journey coming out, it makes a lot of sense to me to use the Voyage of the Soul Oracle. This talks a lot about ascension and spiritual gifts or purpose. So you may be very close to the finish line. I feel like there's almost like I know what I'm supposed to do and I'm ready already kind of thing. Yeah, see? We definitely have a transformation underway here. I love this card. Butterflies are beautiful. But we also have a rebirth. I feel like there's something really beautiful coming your way after going through a really difficult period in your life. And I'm not talking about like 3 weeks where you couldn't find Jiffy Pop. It's a real problem, you guys, okay? Like, I love Jiffy Pop. Like, seriously, betrayals, trauma, having to cut people out. There is a sense now that changes are happening. You're starting to see good things, or maybe you're being a little bit shocked by feeling like what you need comes to you easier than you expected. For some of you, you have traveled, maybe, especially because we have Journey, right? Maybe you're moving, or maybe there's a really important vacation or trip you're making. Maybe you're going to go visit somebody that you care about who lives across the country. Maybe you're going to go visit your family that, just had a baby. There's something here about your transformation and that milestone of completion being marked by you actually physically moving somewhere. There's an adventure here. This adventure is going to present you with the opportunity to let go of a lot of the trauma or whatever residual pain there might be. I feel like there's going to be, in particular, some sort of outdoor activity. Maybe you love going on a pontoon. Maybe you love flying a plane. Maybe you love hiking. Maybe you get to golf your favorite course in the country. Whatever it is, there's something here that replenishes you. And it's like that's the light at the end of the tunnel for you. Maybe it's just a really nice bowl of buffalo mac and cheese. I'm just kidding, it is. All right. So there's also something here about really taking on the challenge to understand yourself. Who am I? What am I here for? What do I want to do? Even if it goes against what other people think I should do. And I feel like in particular, this word dormant is popping out at me, especially because we're talking about the depths of the sea with this particular image, right? I feel like somebody really dug deep and found out that they were making their own life hard by not following something that they knew they needed to. And now that there's this pivot, things are starting to be like easier. There's something you're meant to bring to this world, whether it's a book, a TED talk, a painting, an album. There's something here where you are ahead of the curve and you help others kind of move the way they need to as well. So I would say inspirational is the word that comes to mind. There's something here. I feel like it's your creativity or your ability to lead others. There you are. You've gone through a lot of tests, tribulations, and maybe you even have this weird sense of achievement and you can't really attribute it to anything. Hey, Christina. I drank my last Dr. Pepper. Things are rough. I'll get more. But you have benefited from these difficult things that you've gone through because you have refused to let those people that mistreated you or those situations that made you feel alone like actually impact how you are as a person or the character within, right? You're still a light for others. You still believe in love. There's still some kind of like hope, right? Let's see, what next? I have to tell you guys, I am super excited. I have the miniature Rider-Waite. Look at how cute they are. It's like, I don't know. They're adorable. So they'll be coming out later in the reading for sure. That might be my new favorite. All right. Yeah, we're going to go with the Meta Muse. It seems perfect because I just started watching Atlas Shrugged, the movie. And I read the book with a good friend of mine. Like we read it in tandem or like, concurrently. And it's one of the weirdest examples of not necessarily aligning with somebody's beliefs, but adoring the eloquence with which that book was written. So I feel like that might somehow apply here because one of the better elements, in my opinion, of Atlas Shrugged is that you can't let a desire to help everyone wipe out your ability to do what you specifically are meant to do. So I think that's something that needs to be considered for at least some of the people that this reading is for. There is a Ten of Pentacles starting off the tarot here for us to clarify metamorphosis, but it's in the reverse. This is loss with a capital L. There was something very difficult that you went through. It might not even have just been one isolated incident. Maybe it was a bad relationship with many difficult instances. But it was something that felt like, I don't know why this is the comparison. Maybe it'll resonate for some of you, especially because we're talking about the Ten of Pentacles here. But it's like when you have to do a bathroom remodel and you have to decide between like, I don't know, do we just take it all the way to the studs? Like, is there anything salvageable in here? I feel like this could be how somebody felt towards a relationship or a living situation, or literally how they felt about themselves. Like spring cleaning time, like we got to clean these cobwebs. We got to like get rid of these like attachments. There's something here about loss teaching you what you wanted to do in terms of being happy. And as a result, there were people that you got rid of in your life. I don't think you're a hitman. But the Three of Cups in the reverse is like community that you let go of, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, Christina. Which one did you get? Oh, I have a couple of videos on learning tarot. There's a playlist, so you can check that out. I should probably add to that now that I think about it. But my personal recommendation is to start with the Rider Waite, like the OG, so that you can build on that foundational like understanding of tarot and that kind of art, and then add skeletons. Well, good luck. I'm excited for you. Yeah, no, that's a good idea too. I mean, like, there's certain decks that I've used and kind of retired early, and those of you who have maybe watched a lot of my videos maybe even be able to pick out certain ones. Like Tarot de la Nuit is really nice. It's like a smaller sized tarot, but there's just something where I feel like I miss some of the message when I use that. So you really have to go with whatever is like pulling on you, you know? All right, I digress. So there was a rejection here of a community. This doesn't mean like you told, your entire family to pound sand. You might have. This feels more to me like you had friendships that maybe had just been somebody you'd known for 10 years, and it just didn't seem like something that was helping you, or it may have even seemed like something that was holding you back. Whatever it was, there was toxicity and there was loss. Maybe when you went through something traumatic, they showed you their true colors. They weren't there for you. It's like these people didn't bring you the peace or serenity that you see in this card. There were storms, there were unnecessary arguments, and letting go of one or more of these people has helped you get rid of that toxicity. And in particular, there's a King of Swords in the reverse energy. This would be somebody who likes to use their intelligence to mess with people, a manipulator, a gaslighter, somebody who isn't afraid to like wage war. And I don't mean that quite literally. It could be like somebody who likes to have a gun collection or whatever it is, but more so I feel like this is somebody who likes to argue for the sake of arguing, and they also like to put people in their place. So there's a sense here that maybe this person was threatened by you. They were jealous because you are loved. And sorry, for hidden energy, there's Princess of Cups. There's some element here of you being able to like land on your feet or create new things. Like there's like a Madonna vibe. Like nothing really stops your career. You just keep doing something else, But this comes across more so as legions of fans. Like there are people that love you, even though look in the background, there's a bunch of sharks. So I feel like you have some coveted spot. Either people look up to you in a community where a lot of people don't trust anyone, or there's something here about you just like winning over some of the least trustworthy people in the world. Like people want to be you. But they think that your plans or your dreams are foolish. You don't have to care what they think, though, right? These are people who are scared to do what you do. So, because this might have even been a little bit of a litmus test for you, right? Like, if you want to be my friend, if you want to be in my soul tribe or inner circle, you're going to have to respect the ventures that I feel are worth my time. And if you're going to tell me, like, yeah, okay, go ahead, try that, then I know you don't believe in me and I don't need you in my life. It's like Some of my favorite things, as far as like quotes that I see from celebrities on Instagram, are that of Lady Gaga or Erica Badu. Oh, love them both. Just like straight up cutthroat, like, look, if you didn't support me before everyone else did, just try changing your tune after I get successful. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I've proven myself. And when you thought that I was doing something foolish, I knew that meant you wouldn't support me. So I don't need that in my life. I'll walk towards the Nine of Cups, my wish fulfillment, and you can see how great my ass looks in a pair of jeans. All right, what else do we have for this? Prince of Pentacles. Somebody feels like you're stubborn. You may actually have Taurus in your chart, but I feel like this is pertaining to either what you're working towards in terms of goals, because the Four of Wands can represent milestones or achievements. So there could be a couple of ways to read this, right? Somebody feels that you are difficult as far as when you put energy or effort into something, or when you want to like have like a fresh start or a new beginning. And it takes you a while, but you know when you make that choice that that's the right one. And people don't always agree with you, but these are the people that you've cut out, right? So there's a sense that almost like this right time, right place. Like you were meant to lose something so that you would see that you were right about what you needed to do differently, right? Like that career didn't work out for me because it's not aligned to me, or it causes burnout, or my boss never respected me. But that is a calling. That's something that I'm passionate about. I'm going to try that instead. There's something here about you being stubborn, sticking to your guns. You may have lost something, but you still believed in working towards this goal or this achievement. It might have been a degree or a certification. Oh shit, sorry guys. Should I answer? Oh, if you guys were on the live the other night when my mom called, it was so perfect. So it was literally what I said in terms of it being the cat tower. Did it get delivered? Did you bring it inside? But instead of it being actually my mom who made the phone call, it was my dad pretending to be my mom. So here's how he does it. Hello, this is your mother. I'm trying to see if you found the delivery yet. So if you wonder where I get my horrible sense of humor, my father. All right, back to the reading. Sorry, guys. So you're focused on this goal, this thing that you want to do that not everyone believes in. And we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This tells me that there was likely a living situation or a marriage that ended. So, it could have been you were together for 4 years and you were living together, but you never really wanted to get married. Whatever it is, long-term possible living situation. And there was somebody here who was just like constantly looking for a fight, constantly looking to twist your words, right? But this is under detox. You've been able to move away from this. We have the Six of Pentacles. There's a sense here that some of you may be balancing out some of the financial impact of this relationship. Maybe this was somebody who wanted to use you. Maybe this was somebody who took you for granted or thought that you would be willing to feed them for the next 20 years. And I feel like there was a point where you defended yourself and you were like, hey, guess what? If you want to continue to be in my life, this is going to have to be more of an equal give and take. Maybe there was emotional abuse. Maybe there was a lack of financial contribution. Maybe there was a lack of helping with the kids or the pets. Litter boxes are gross. There's something here about like standing up for yourself and saying, this is uneven. I'm not here for it. Like, quite literally, I'm gone. And this also may have been seen as foolish. Like, maybe somebody is seen as dependent on relationships to be, financially sound. And people thought that it was foolish of you to leave a relationship, even if you were unhappy. Well, yeah, no, I get it. You're unhappy, but like you need to eat. No, you can figure it out. If you are stuck in a situation that prevents you from being happy or healing, then the right thing to do is to walk away. And whoever I'm reading for, you did walk away. You saw exactly what the situation was, and you decided that you were going to ask for better, that you deserved better. All right, this is going to be fun. We're going to do a row of the OG, the bigger ones, and then we'll have little guys in the middle. It'll be like a belt. All right, what else do we have for this? We were just talking about not having the ability to heal. The star can be about being able to give back to yourself so that you can, fill your own cup. I feel like there was somebody here that didn't believe in your potential to do something great, that didn't want to believe in, almost like they didn't want to believe in you being able to monetize some beautiful, magical element of you. Like, those of you that are an artist, maybe somebody didn't believe that you could actually make money off your paintings. Cool, thanks for the vote of confidence. Like, there's something here about you being like, no, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what makes me happy. And I think the people who didn't believe in you were likely people that had known you for a long time and kept looking at you as somebody from the past. Maybe it was the you from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, middle school, kindergarten, whatever it was. They didn't see you as somebody that had already made moves, somebody who has already had accomplishments, demonstrated an ability to be committed to something or dedicated to something. So there's Justice in the reverse and the King of Pentacles coming out to clarify the Ten of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Pentacles. So the idea that there was an ending to a living situation because it wasn't fair may have been perceived externally by others as, yeah, that gets old, doesn't it, Christina? May have been perceived as you being like unreasonable, and then it was unfair to this masculine energy. But he's in the reverse again. We have the King of Swords in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Remember, this could still be a female or a non-binary individual. We don't want to get too caught up on the genders that we have here, but we have a situation where I believe this person was, unkind or even abusive, and people were not willing to look at the truth of this person. I'm being drawn to the stained glass window in the back. There could be some element of this person being seen as somebody respectable within like a church community, or somebody who routinely like quotes the Bible or quotes whatever it is, maxims or something along those lines, to try to control people instead of actually healing. And there was a sense here that what you were defending is your ability to heal, and you knew that wasn't going to happen in this environment. So we have the Two of Wands. There was a sense that even though it was difficult to make a decision here, there was still a sense of adventure. Like, I can kind of go where I want. I can make decisions by myself. I don't have to like convince someone, right? All right, time for the little guys. Ooh, the Chariot. I don't even know if I could hold them up for you guys very easily, especially with my Band-Aid. All right, so we have the Chariot. There is some increase in velocity here for you and what you've been working towards. It's like maybe telling someone to pound sand or, like you don't really care what they think about you was a vote of confidence the universe needed to hear in terms of your being willing to choose the right path. Look at that. There's like I've got a willingness to commit to the right path and I'm going to move real quick. Like I'm not going to hesitate because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, wow, you guys. So we have 4 of Wands here in the upright and Star in the reverse right here. As if to say, there was no opportunity to heal. There was no opportunity to grow or like ascend, really, because of this environmental situation and this like marriage or living situation, or people trying to hold you back from this achievement. And then we have, okay, well, how about this? We'll change the environment. And then that frees me. It's like you were a dog that had its leash all wrapped up around the patio furniture and you couldn't move very far because everybody was too busy drinking beer or, tending the barbecue. And then you just like chewed through the leash, like, what's up now, guys? Look at me running around. Ah! Like, I feel like you freed yourself. You were like, okay, well, if you're not going to work with me or like facilitate what I'm meant to be doing here, oh, blessings back to you, Moon Goddess. Then yeah, I'm cool with finding that elsewhere because I know what I'm supposed to be doing and you're not going to stop me. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. This is between Injustice and 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is interesting, you guys. Okay, so we have the 6 of Pentacles here as well, right? But there's, with the Page of Wands and the reverse, there's like this sense that somebody is going to be upset with you receiving a gift. Maybe you inherit something. Maybe somebody is like, hey, I don't need this TV. I'm moving. Here you go. I think it's bigger than that. Maybe, property or something like that. But there's something here where somebody is not pleased to hear about you getting something. This could be division of assets, like you don't know how to divide a property, so you have to sell it, right? Something like that. There's just like someone being pissed off because you are entitled in some way to certain assets. The Moon in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody. This is somebody getting a little unhinged over you being celebrated. Maybe they expected that after the end of a relationship, you would be the person that didn't get chosen, right? Because we all know that when you have a divorce, there are people who feel like, I can only be friends with one person, not both people. That's just weird. And they thought you would be left out in the cold, but here you are being celebrated. Here you are being recognized. And this is not good for this person. This could be like people in the community believing your side of the story instead of their side of the story. There might be receipts that you had. You guys, always get receipts. If you're about to have a difficult conversation with somebody, don't do that shit on the phone unless you're going to record it. Text message, email, get that shit in an audible format, please. All right, that's all. All right, 7 of Wands, which is like protection, right? I feel like you were defending yourself against working with people that sought to hold you back, being involved friendship wise, platonically, romantically with anybody who would want to bind you. Somebody who would say, yeah, no, you can't do that. Maybe you had a really controlling relationship situation, or somebody who thought that what you were doing was a threat to their relationship, like I've had friends whose significant others were threatened by a gym class because you were spending time with other people, you know? Hi, Lynn, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad you like the lights. I wish I had another strand. They're pretty cool, actually. We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Tower. With the Eight of Pentacles kind of peeking out there too, I feel like somebody is shocked and maybe even a little bit pissed off that you are better at balancing your finances than they expected you to, or that you've been able to maybe make money in the stock market, maybe Bitcoined it, whatever it is. It's like somebody's pissed off that they couldn't control you, possibly through your finances. All right. This feels like a Kipper kind of reading, don't you think? If this is resonating for you, go ahead and give me a like or a subscribe. Let's see what else we've got in terms of, I want to know what this injustice was. So we have, we have toil and labor and distant horizons. So there may have been somebody that was working at a distance from you, or they were, for some of you, they were hiding assets from you. I think for the majority of you, this is somebody who maybe traveled a lot for work. It's giving me vibes of somebody who is materialistic or willing to put money over anything else, right? Like, no, I know that little Bobby's, baseball game is next Thursday, but there's this really big deal I need to close, so I'm going to be traveling to Detroit or something like that. Somebody here who, he's alone in this picture. Like, yeah, he thinks he's hot shit because he's got a nice suit, but does he have anybody he can trust? I don't know. And we have King of Pentacles in the reverse, remember. So this is somebody who might even fit the category of would do anything for money. We have adjudication. This is clarifying toil and labor. There's all these books on the side of the feminine. So I feel like there's a lot of receipts or evidence that somebody brought to a legal situation. This is probably a divorce. Or there were receipts of a third party. We have the family room coming out. There could have been somebody that was specifically traveling to another city because they had another lover. Maybe there was evidence that they were not where they said that they would be. So we have mature woman coming out. An official person. So yeah, I feel like this is a masculine energy that was traveling for work or needed to be, gone a lot. Worked long hours. And I feel like they were splitting their time between two people that they cared about. The mature woman, I want to get a little bit more information on, so I might use the mini guys again. Yeah, I think these two were involved dating while this wealthy man was also married. This is courtship. So this courtship is pertaining to a divine masculine. And with the projected near future, I feel like there's something here where this adjudication is going to be resolved in the near future. There may be some concern over how long this is going to take because somebody is fighting, an unjustified battle. So I feel like we have somebody that has removed toxicity in their life with the main goal of finding or starting with somebody they already know, a relationship that, is a little bit more meaningful and less likely to be kind of empty. Like, I feel like these individuals that are ending the relationship didn't really care a lot about each other. It might have been like a marriage of convenience. Maybe they cared a lot at the beginning, but saw each other's true colors or went through too much adversity. We have insatiable. This could relate to somebody being a little bit money hungry. It could also be somebody who is really wanting to see somebody again that they have not seen in a while. There may have been children that impacted the ability for these two people to come back together, though. So these legal issues that needed to be resolved could be like child custody or alimony questions. But somebody wants to reinitiate conversation with an individual that they have not been speaking to once this legal drama is handled. All right, who's this mature woman, please? The mature woman is justice. Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles. If the mature woman is coming out as justice, she is not like a side garden tool. This is somebody who is getting good karma. So I feel like what really happened is there's receipts on the side of the feminine here because there's evidence on her behavior. And this masculine who is working really hard to make a lot of money, maybe a little too hard, is probably the one ending the relationship due to finding out that she was in another relationship. So this official person, I believe, is the wealthy man, and he's interested in another feminine after leaving a relationship that left him, you know, well. Okay, you guys, you really want to know what I think this is? Use your imagination. A relationship that left him. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, he wasn't really excited about it. But we have somebody who has focused on their healing. There is some element of maybe finding time on their own, having some introspection, maybe even getting some therapy. This mature woman may have inspired this masculine to deal with some of the issues that he needed to. We had divine masculine come out. So I feel like we had one person go through an awakening, inspire this masculine to then go through an awakening and become the divine masculine. Because he was not a divine masculine stuck in a bad relationship like that. That takes letting go of those things that you keep around just because you're afraid of abandonment or rejection, right? And it feels to me like this masculine asked himself, what actually makes me happy? Now that I'm at this crossroads in my life and I can choose whatever I want, what do I actually want right now, right? I think that's a valid question. And what does he want? Communication. There's going to be some fast moving communication or action. This could also be action, right? Because we do have distant horizons. This is somebody who isn't afraid to jump on a plane. Oh no, you guys, I left a card behind. And it looks like it's a good mix. This temperance card is telling me there's something about this mature woman and this official person, this wealthy man, that just makes sense. And I feel like they've already made that decision, perhaps both of them. At least one of them have. All right, let's get a couple of romance angel cards, and then I will call it a day on this one. Ooh. Religious factors. So there's something here pertaining to spirituality or religion that has put a little bit of a pause or delay on the relationship or possibly even the awakening, right? Somebody may have felt like just conventionally that it was their responsibility or their duty to stay in an unhealthy relationship. But we have very soon and stay optimistic about your love life. So the universe is asking you to make sure you're decisive in terms of what it is that you want, and then keep your thoughts positive. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Oh, that's so nice. All right. I don't know about you, but I hope it's romance and Dr. Pepper. Thank you for joining me today, you guys. I hope to be on again in maybe like an hour or so. We'll see what that reading is. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. See you later.